But it got me drunk tonight. Yeah, I got drunk tonight off of YouTube money.
乾杯！よーし！じゃあ次は一人ずつゲーでもするか！いい話系の流れだったのに。あ、ミオが一番にやるか？
完全に親父だわ。
じゃあイエイ！私？はい、私やります。うい
My dad comes up on a Sunday and he's like, hey, you want to go kayaking? And I'm like, no, Dad. I'm tired. And my dad's dying. And it's just like, you see this thing where like your relatives are dying before you. You know, I told you guys in a couple Dark Souls streams, all my relatives are dead except for my dad. My family's dead except for my dad and my mom, who's going to be dead soon because she's coming up on cancer. All my other fucking family members are dead. My sister's still alive. God rest her soul. She's great. I love my sister, but she's states away, my sister. My dad's going to die, and then he's going to die, and I'm not going to be able to take care of him. And my thing was, I hoped that I would be able to take care of my dad off of book money. I was hoping that I was under the impression that someday I would make so much money off my books, off my writing, that I would be fucking rich. That I would be able to take care of my dad. I'll be able to pay for everything that my dad needed. And that's just entirely untrue. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's hard. I know that by the time I get to pay for my dad, for his pension, for whatever he needs, for his house, he's going to be getting pension. And then at that time, he's going to be so old that he's going to be almost dead. And it's sad. It's like I always dreamt my entire life of just paying for my dad's life. Because my dad paid for my life, my entire life. And it's like, that's not the way it works, man. It's not the way it works, man. People die. People fucking die. You pay for yourself. Pay for your family. You pay for stuff that comes up out of nowhere, right? Like, my iguana cage recently. I had to pay for my iguana cage recently. I didn't think that was going to happen. My iguana cage broke. I had to pay for a new one, and now I have to pay for another new one. I have to go to Ocala to look on Craigslist for a fucking $300 to $400. Sorry, I'm drunk. $400 iguana cage because my iguana needs more room. And the thing is, I'm going to buy a cage for my iguana, which is going to be $350 to $400, and my iguana's going to die. My iguana is very close to death, my iguana Goliath. I love my iguana to death, but he's going to die soon. Like, he's old as dirt, man, my iguana. And then when he dies, it's going to be like everyone's... The thing is, when my cat died, I had my cat since I was 2 years old. And then my cat died. My fucking cat. If you guys go right now, if you're listening to me, how many people are here? God, I've said this like 500 times. 650 people. If you go to my Sometimes Good Things Happen video, I talk about my cat, Baby. Baby died at 20 years old, right? Look at that down there. See that? Look at that. What's going on down there? PS2. My cat died at 20 years old, right? I lied about that. I straight up lied about my cat dying at 20 years old. My cat died at fucking 23 and a half years old, my cat. I just thought it would roll off the tongue better if you said 20 years old. But my cat was 23 and a half years old. A 23 and a half year old cat, dude. That doesn't fucking happen anymore. Like, you never see that shit, right? And I just didn't say it because I didn't think anyone would believe me. Right? But, my iguana is that exact same age. I can't believe how old he is. Like, when I bought my iguana, I was 12 years old, and the pet store said, oh, he's probably 8. And I was like, 8? Jesus Christ, right? I'm sitting here like, wow, my iguana's 8 years old when I was 12 years old. I can't even, man, I don't even know how old my iguana is now. He's got to be 21, 22 years old. My iguana's old as shit, man. He's old as dirt. Everything's dying. You get old, everything dies. You get old and everything dies, man. Everything fucking dies. And then people message you and say, ooh, I'm Demolition D. Boo-hoo. I cry about my fucking animals dying on Twitch. to get attention. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, man. That's my thing. Yeah. I really hope everyone cries over my fucking animal deaths when I'm just talking about shit. It's stupid. It's stupid, man. People don't think about you as a person whenever you know, people see me and they're like, oh, you're not that big. Yep, I completely agree. I'm not that big. But people see me and they're like, oh, you're not that big. And people see you, though, regardless of how big you am, as big as you are, and they don't see you as a person. They don't give a shit, man. People see me, they see the things I say, they see the things I do, and they don't think of me as a person. They just completely throw the feelings away, and they're just like, oh, I fucking hate this guy because he said this. And they don't think about anything that might be going on in that person's life. It's ridiculous. You don't think about stuff like that, and then I don't know. And like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna make a fucking video about it? Ooh, my great aunt died, which she did. Ooh, I'm gonna make a video about how my great aunt died, so everyone can say, oh, Demolition D's crying about his dead shit like he did in that Sometimes Good Things Happen video. Remember that video? Go check out Sometimes Good Things Happen. There's tons of comments on that video that are just like, ooh, Demolition D wants people to feel for him. And it's like, man, you have no idea what happened during that time. That was like the hardest time of my life. And I confided in people, and then they're just like, Demolition D, take some pills with your alcohol. Why not, right? Why not, right? Think about it. If I were dead, all the hard things would just go away. It's pretty simple. People die, man. Yeah, no, you're completely right, though. That is what happens. People die. It's like, it's not that sad. Like, it's a bad thing. You think about it, and you're like, people die? But to me, I think people dying, for the most part, is a happy thing. People die, and then you reflect on the good times that you had with them. It's like, man, people are gonna die. It's what happens. They fucking die. Their time runs out, right? So like when I think about all my family members that have died recently, which is a lot. What I try and think about is just all the good times I had with them. My Aunt Patty, for the most part. YouTube sent us to hell, but we're going even deeper.